Hey guys, MartyBoots here. Just want to make this quick video before we go to bed about HBAR. Now, HBAR obviously, it's had a very nice move, had this huge volume on this move up. I just want to show that it looks almost identical to what we had here in the past, right? So, in theory, there should be some decent bounce off this. But even if you look at that, if we continue to drop a little bit, even a bounce halfway up there is 50% bounce. Okay. Now, from the last time, if we were able to manage to nail the lows, you can see it was a 240, we'll call it 240% bounce to the upside. If we continue down here a little bit, below this wick here, right, that's the area of interest. That allows the moving averages to continue to move sideways and move higher slightly like they done here. That area of interest down here could give an amazing buying opportunity for, we don't even have to start calling 100% bounce, 200% bounce, whatever. It could do all that, right? That's a real possibility. But, even for something, a bounce up into this area, which would be, obviously more likely than the bounce up to here. It could bounce up to new highs and back up to this sort of area, but that is not the high probability trade. The high probability trade is that it gets some sort of a bounce when it's ready. Okay, so what I want to show you here is our sentiment tool. Now, we've developed a sentiment tool, and it's one of the most powerful tools that I've ever seen. Right, and if you want to try it out, you can come in and try it out in our Discord. There is a channel there called Indicator Access. You can come in and put your name in that, and we can give you access to an indicator for a period of time for you to test it out. But once you learn how to use it, it is extremely powerful. Okay, and obviously you have to learn to use it on different time frames. And all that sort of stuff. But we have a whole education section on that as well. But very simply, when you get to understand it, I mean, you can see here it's red, 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 and red from here is pulls back. You can see it all started flipping green here, and from here it all started going higher. From here, right, you can see that there's a base. Yes, it's a bit choppy, but the higher time frame is mostly red. Started to flip green here, and then trended higher into that. You can see all through here, obviously it's bullish all through here. When you learn how to read it, you can see you went into a bull market. Here, this is the point where I want to talk about, because let me just turn down my volume because there's a few alerts going off there. Now, see here, this is all green, this is all green, this is all green, okay? But look at the dip, right? The dip just briefly turned red, and then when both of these turn green again, that was the time to buy. Look at that right here on the very bottoming candle. It was basically a breakout of this trend line as well. It was before the breakout of the trend line. You can see right there, maybe one candle right there, that this was the breakout in our sentiment tool. Okay, that allows you to find real breakout points in the market. So we have something very similar here. We also have the similar trend line that is kind of dropping here, whatever way you want to draw that. We need to keep an eye on it. The market is bearish at the moment. We are continuing lower. But look at these three. Green, 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 green. We are now waiting for sentiment for this to continue to dip, for sentiment to continue to kind of unwind. You can see it's unwinding here, but that unwinding can then turn into the bullish bounce, the bullish retrace bounce, whatever. We don't know if it's a bullish real-term bounce yet. We need to see how it goes. We need to follow sentiment. See here, you can see the bullish momentum and sentiment, and it even tells you when to sell. You see this sharp drop in sentiment here? It is telling you that this move is done, right? This is extremely important to understand, and it's it's one of the most powerful tools that I've ever seen. It tells you that this move is dead, right? This is gone, and from there it crashed, it dropped, and you could have sold at the top up here because you understood that the strength in the move was gone. Okay, the bullish sentiment had come out of the market, and then the bears took over. So we are waiting now for, and you can come in and try this indicator out yourself. or come in and check us out. We have a group of fantastic members in there. We have developed some powerful trading tools, and we are in the middle of developing some unbelievable powerful trading tools. But you can see here the sentiment tool. As soon as this starts to flip green again, we are going to be looking to long this for a bounce to the upside. And we already talked about those targets. Anywhere down here, and we get a bounce there. There is major resistance right here into this level on the underside of this, which is kind of the neckline of the breakdown. But even that could be a 60% bounce. So if the market turns bullish, if we continue to kind of flip bullish, I know the market has been mostly bearish. Meme coins trying to flip bullish and all that. Large coins have not flipped. Link and all the rest are having red monthly candles, but that is good. That's a decent pullback. It's just like this. We can look at that here. Most of these larger coins are having this red monthly pullback. That's totally fine. This is okay to get sort of pullbacks after large moves higher. We just need to find a low. As we talked about, even the bounce up on a new month, and this is important also, 5 days left, and then it's a new month. That new month could start that bounce back up, and even to there is a 30% bounce. But obviously, we would like to see a little bit lower, and then we can get on board somewhere down below that will give us that bounce back up, and it's a 50% bounce then, and a fantastic trade. So that's it, guys. I need to go to bed. I'm going to cut this off here. I just want to go back in. But anyway, I just wanted to show you the smaller time frames here, the recent action. You can see sentiment flipped red right up here, and you could have got short on that. And that's just a recent action earlier on today, and that's a 3.5% drop. Okay, here you can see it was all green, a little bit choppy, started to lose strength here. Definitely did start to lose strength here. It's interesting that this is 70. Maybe the settings aren't set up properly for that, but this is started to lose some strength. But of course, it took a while to lose that strength. You can see it's dropping, right? It is dropping, but it's surprising it took so long to flip red in this example. Actually, that's the truth. But it did flip red. It eventually flipped red right up on here, and it still gave a nice drop. We can look obviously at the 4-hour charts and stuff like that as well. But we can see you're in bearish territory. Now look when it flips green. Look here, it's flipping green. Now this is the 4-hour chart, so these larger ones will give you later results, later alerts. But you can see the rise in that. It's already started rising. If you flip down to the 1-hour chart, you will see that flip green back here, right? Earlier. Of course, larger time frames take longer to flip. But you drop back a time frame, you can see them flipping here. You can get on board somewhere here. All the sentiments, all the time frames, all flipping green, and you can trade that to the long side. A little bit like here as well. All sentiments all flipping red here, and you know that you're in bearish territory and the market's going to drop. A lot of people will be buying here. People will be buying and buying and buying all through here when they don't understand that the market is actually bearish. This tool, when you learn to read it, is the most powerful tool that I've ever seen. It looks a bit sporadic, but when you start to learn what's happening, it is extremely powerful. So here's a bull move here, of course. So you can see, all flipping green here. Once you all start flipping green here, you can't even see those candles that moved up that much. Obviously, the sentiment tool is taking up half my screen, but that's a 500% bounce on that. And it's telling you need to be getting long, you need to be staying long. As long as these all stay green, it's rising as well. Look at the rise on it. You want to see that rise. Of course, there's a bit of a drop here, but that's bullish consolidation. It never flipped green. When it never flips green, it tells you it's bullish consolidation. And you can see when these flip green again here, these are times to get long. Again, you want to start getting long here again for the next move higher, because these are still green. These are getting their strength back and moving higher, and you want to get long again on these. You're above all moving averages, and even from there, that's 169%. So yeah, that's it, guys. Do not sleep on HBAR. On more of a drop. Now this is our strength candles as well. I forgot to mention these earlier actually, but the strength candles are still red. You can see they were still red here. in the pullback, right? You can see as soon as they flip green, the sentiment tool was already flipped green, and you can see then you can stay on that trend. It tells you how long to stay on. You can watch this. You can see right up on here, it started to flip red. Where was this? This was right up on the top. That's where you sell. Okay, so you can see this move down. This should move down a little bit more. We are waiting for sentiment to flip green here, sentiment to flip green here, and this to start popping up, or strength candles, as you can see here, they're nice and green here. Strength candles to flip green as well. We trade that back to the long side and follow it to the upside. Anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you all had a great weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the live trading room.